Greetings and salutations, gamers. This is JohnDaGamer64, the legend, the one and only, and yours truly. Alright, so today we'll be doing a new collection video. It's definitely been a minute since I've done one. And this is going to be a pretty big collection, so I want to say, guesstimate, the video is going to be around 30-45 minutes, but we'll see. Alright, so today we'll be covering my Nintendo 64 collection, and here we go. So we will go ahead and start off with the box games first, and then all the loose stuff. Alright, so first game we got boxed is Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, can't go wrong with the OG Smash. Definitely have to have that one in your collection. Alright, place these aside here. Alright, and we're not done with Smash right away, so I also have the Japanese copy here, which I really like. I like how it's like kind of like a manga style cover. Very cool. Focus on there for you guys. Alright. Apologies, folks. So yeah, that is a very cool one. So cool thing about the Japanese imported games, you can actually play them on the Nintendo 60, like an American Nintendo 64. So if you like remove like the back parts of the cartridge with an American back part, you actually put it together and it's able to play on your Nintendo 64. So it's just all a matter of just replacing the back part of the Japanese cartridge with an American one, screw it back on, bada bing bada boom, you're ready to play some imports, baby. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Trying to focus. Alright, apologies, folks. Focus gets a little annoying on this smartphone, so yeah. Alright, next box game we have is JohnDaGamer64. Definitely a fun little 3D platformer. So yeah, I think the first game was like 2D, and I think it was like on PlayStation and 3DO, if I'm not mistaken. But fun. Gotta love the fun little quips and one-liners that Gex spews out during the game. Pretty fun. Alright, next we have a futuristic racer, Wipeout 64. Pretty sure this is a port of the PlayStation one, because I never played the one on PlayStation. So, yeah, this one's pretty fun. Can't go wrong with futuristic racing games with weapons. Always fun. Oh yeah, and a kick-ass techno soundtrack to boot. Alright, and next game we have is Ridge Racer 64. Oh yeah, so I guess this version is exclusive 4-player mode, because originally Ridge Racer is on PlayStation, so ported it to 64 with 4-player split screen, which I love. Oh, I remember one of the unlockables was like this cool Pac-Man like vehicle. Pretty cool. Alright, next we have is Fighter's Destiny. Ooh, definitely love the artwork. It's very cool. So, I remember renting this one back in the day from Hollywood Video. Freaking fell in love with it. It was pretty cool. I mean, like, it was different from other fighting games because this one actually had like a point system rather than, you know, depleting your enemy's health bar or your opponent's health bar. So this one was all a matter of scoring points and all that, like an actual real life martial arts tournament. But it's a pretty cool one, man. Oh, plus I love that that weird cow character. He has this one grapple move where he looks like he's humping you. And then that cool like Joker character. Alright. And next we have Cruisin' USA. Definitely a fun racing game. Had some pretty good memories playing this in the arcades. The only thing that sucks about this version is they took out the part where you can like run over cows and you see like the cow gore everywhere. I'm like, aw, damn family friendly Nintendo, man. But still a good game nonetheless. I remember I bought the box from what was it? The last year of the Classic Gaming Expo at the Riviera Casino, which was torn down too. So, man, that was definitely a great convention. I think that was my very first convention, Classic Gaming Expo. Good times, good times. Me and Blue Ranger Power. All right, we have another kick-ass futuristic racer. Got Extreme G XG2. This was a fun one for sure. I like how like the multiplayer, there's like a deathmatch mode, and there's like a tank attachment to the motorcycles. Yeah, definitely a great series, man. I would love to see like a remaster of both. Remake, I don't know. But yeah, Extreme G, great series. Awesome, kick-ass audio too. Good music. Alright, so next we have is Duke Nukem 0 Hour. I actually had the original box for this, but I stupidly used it for like a school project one day. Put it on a poster board. Definitely regret it, but hey, it's what it is. So I got this reproduction case. Yep. Definitely my favorite third-person Duke Nukem game for sure. Time to Kill on PlayStation was cool. Never finished Land of the Babes. That one was cool, but I got stuck on that one stupid level where you need the gas mask to get through an area that's like filled with poisonous gas. But you keep falling in the water because the stupid catwalk just like breaks apart and you fall in the water. Pain in the butt. But I'll get back to that one at some point. Alright, and we got a real-time strategy game. We got Command and Conquer. Definitely interesting. I mean, like, there's a bit of a learning curve from playing this from PC to a console. But it's not bad overall, but definitely enjoy it. So yeah, this one was only single player. It says includes all missions from the original PC version, plus exclusive missions available only on 64. So that's pretty cool. Got some exclusive content. Alright, then we have the first Extreme G, where you picked up the second one as you saw. Yeah, this was another great rental I fell in love with, man, back in the day. I couldn't get enough of this game. It was just so fun, just racing through all the tracks and everything, and trying to learn the ones that were like kind of hard, but then you play it again when you lose, you're like, oh, okay. Alright. And next we got Wave Race 64. Yeah, definitely an interesting jet ski racing game. You can do stunts and stuff, and ride with the dolphins, and yeah, it's a pretty fun little game, man. I think there was a Wave Race game on Game Boy, which was alright too. Alright, next game we have is Blast Corps, or Core. Yeah, this was definitely an interesting game. Like, definitely blew me away when I played it. I'm like, huh, this is an interesting game. Like, I never played anything like this. Like, just causing destruction and chaos. Playing as robots, RC car, and everything. It was just a fun game. And I really liked the soundtrack. It was just fun and goofy. And yeah, good times. Would have been cool if it had like a multiplayer mode too. Alright, next game we got is Pokemon Snap, the OG. Yep, another great rental from back in the day, man. Blockbuster. I remember they had that kiosk, the one where you can like print out the stickers. So like after you rent the game, when you bring it back, you can actually print them at Blockbuster. Missed out on that though, man. But hey, is what it is. Oh yeah, and I still have yet to get the sequel. So yeah. Alright, next game, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Definitely an awesome Zelda game. I mean, sure, at first it's kind of like really anxiety-ridden until you learn the Song of Time to like play backwards and slow down time. But yeah, definitely a great Zelda game. Alright. Okie doke. And next we got Turok Rage Wars. Definitely my favorite of the series on 64. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other three were great, but I think I had like more of a blast with this one. Because, you know, it's like more like kind of like Unreal Tournament basically. So yeah, definitely a great one. Plus they had like all these cool new weapons and how you can select your character, select your weapons and all that. And yeah, it was just a blast. I would love them to port this to, you know, Switch, Xbox, whatnot. But yeah, man, freaking remaster, yeah, just a remaster, because they did the last two Turok games on Switch, Xbox One, PS4. So. Yep. Alright, we got JohnDaGamer64. Yeah, definitely not a bad port of the PC version. I mean, sure, there was notable differences. Well, strippers couldn't flash you, but, you know, that's like, you know, Nintendo, family friendly. But you got, like, new weapons, like submachine guns that were not in the original. And I think there were some other weapons, but, yeah. This also had the 4-player split screen, so I really enjoyed that as well. Definitely a good version, man. Alright, next we have Deadly Arts. Fighting game by Konami. It's kind of cool, it has like an anime aesthetic here. Yeah, it wasn't a horrible fighting game. Just a bit average, but nothing wrong with that. Definitely had some fun playing it. Alright, next game we have is Tetrisphere. A rather interesting take on Tetris. You play on this sphere and it's kind of like 3D and yeah, definitely fun. So you're like freeing robots from these little spheres. So you gotta play like a 3D version of Tetris to free them. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Alright. Okay, next we got Mickey Speedway USA. So this was made by Rare, so you already know it's gonna be good. Especially since they work like on Diddy Kong Racing and all that. Definitely a fun one. Oh, also you can unlock more characters in this game if you have the Game Boy Color version with the transfer pack. You can unlock like more characters and stuff. So haven't done that yet because I have a transfer pack and everything and the game. So yeah, definitely check that out sometime. Alright, and next we got is Banjo-Tooie. Alright. Definitely a good sequel. Never actually finished it. I finished the first game, but not the second. Well, I like how this one has like multiplayer. So that's pretty cool. It's like a first-person shooter one. Some game where you're playing like kind of like soccer. It's like foosball style. Forgot the other modes, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Next we got is Army Men Air Combat. Remember I bought this one from Craigslist, I think? Yeah. I had to get it for the price. It's like $10. Pretty sure it's complete. Has the manual as well. But I've always been a fan of the Army Men series. So, pretty neat. Alright, and we got Milo's Astro Lanes. It's like this game really takes cosmic bowling to the next level here. That was cool. He plays like, you know, space aliens and robots and stuff, playing on these crazy bowling lanes. One's like in an alien's mouth, so like throwing the ball on their tongue and stuff. And pretty out there, man. Pretty out there. And got a box copy of Monopoly. Like, yeah, it's Monopoly. It's classic, so why not? It's like if you're ever sick of the actual board game and want to play it in video game form, there you go. All right, and we got Mario Party 3. Definitely great party game. So yeah, I think this one I bought it for like $10 at freaking Blockbuster in my old neighborhood up in Henderson, because I think they were like closing down, so they were having like a sale, like a liquidation type sale. So this was one of the games I picked up. And what was the other one I picked up? I forget. Yeah, well, if I think of it, I'll let you guys know. Alright, next we have is Rampage World Tour. Definitely one of my favorite arcade games. Well, I got a lot of favorites, but this one in particular, I remember spending a lot of time with this one. Good times. Alright. And next we got Mario Tennis. Definitely a fun Mario sports title. A lot of arcadey elements, what I like. Alright, and next we have is War Gods. Actually not a bad fighting game. Like, because this was more like a test of the 3D capabilities of their like graphics system, so that they were going to test with that they were going to use for Mortal Kombat 4. So War Gods was the test game for that graphics engine. So yeah, I had fun with it, man. It was just like goofy, campy kind of fighting game. So yeah, fatalities and all, pretty fun, pretty fun. War Gods. And still on the fighting game train, we got Flying Dragon. Definitely a unique fighter. It's kind of cool. It has like the SD version or chibi like version, so you can play like kids mode, I guess, and then there's the adults you can play as. So yeah, definitely interesting fighter. Alright, and one of the best N64 games of all time, Conker's Bad Fur Day. What's cool, they actually included this game in the Rare Replay collection on Xbox One. So I was pretty excited about that, because I thought they were going to probably include the, what was it, the remake that was on original Xbox, the Live and Reloaded. Not to say that one was bad, I just didn't like how they, like, made it more, like, online, like, multiplayer. Even though you could play two-player split screen, which wasn't bad. It was definitely an interesting take, but nothing beats the original multiplayer modes in this game. But that's just my opinion. Oh, and next we got is Fighting Force 64. Definitely one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time. So I remember there was like some story about like this game was supposed to be Streets of Rage 4. So like the first 3D one, but I don't know. Something fell through with either Sega or Sony or something like that. So yeah, forget what the whole story was, but yeah. Okay, moving on. It's two last box games. We got Pokemon Stadium, OG. Man, I remember the summer that we freaking rented this back in the day, man. This was so cool. Me and my brother would just like go at it, you know, playing the mini games and having some epic battles. Freaking loved it, man. Alright. And we got Mace of Dark Age, another awesome fighting game that deserves a remaster. Or a remake, man. Definitely a fun one. Okay, so that concludes the box games. So moving on to the freaking loose ones. So give me 1 minute. Alrighty, folks, and we're back with the loose games. So here we go. Alright, so next we have Mario Kart 64. Tried and true classic. Racing classic. Kind of hard. I can't really pick my favorite Mario Kart because they're all fun, but 64 would definitely be right up there. Did like the one on the Wii as well. Okay. And we got Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Definitely a nice, awesome, gory FPS. Alright, and we got an import. So we got Custom Robo version 2. So yeah, this included like 4-player support, because I think the first one was only 2 if I'm not mistaken. And I think that was it. Well yeah, so as you can see from the back of the Japanese cartridge, or Nintendo 64 cassette as they dubbed it, yeah, you see the little indentations here, as opposed to, you know, regular. Oh shit, wait, that was my spare copy of Perfect Dark, which I switched it back from, because I had 2 copies of Perfect Dark, so yeah. But no, that's not what I was talking about. So this is an American one, the back part. So this is a Japanese one. So basically, in order to play it on your 64, you would switch the American one on the back of the imported game, screw it back on, put the game in the system, power it on, and there you go. Import galore, baby. Alright. Oh yeah, so this was my second copy of Perfect Dark, so don't worry guys, that's why it's like you can actually take it apart and everything. So yes, spare copy. Alright, and we got South Park, fun little FPS. Yeah, this is definitely a funny FPS for sure. South Park humor, baby. We got Micro Machines 64 Turbo. Definitely fun little racing series. And this was a Blockbuster exclusive. This was the Transmetals, or not, Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals. There we go. Yeah, definitely an interesting game. Had like some cool mode. There's like one kind of like the draw mode and like Kirby All-Stars, except Beast Wars it's like a high noon duel with guns and stuff. Pretty neat. Alright. And definitely one of the most challenging games ever, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Well, let me preface that. One of the most challenging Star Wars games of all time, Shadows of the Empire. I always loved that boss battle with Boba Fett and his Slave One. Well, first you fight him with his jetpack, and then you fight him in his Slave One. Pretty crazy, man. Alright, next we got Bomberman 64, Second Attack. Can't go wrong with the old Bomberman. And it's kind of cool, he has his little sidekick there. Helps him out throughout the game. Alright, so we got Clay Fighter 63 in the third. Not the sculptor's cut, which is like hella expensive, but you can actually get the reproduction like hella cheaper than the actual cart. Like 20 bucks, I think. But yeah, definitely a fun, goofy take on fighting games with this one. But it's cool, I had like Street Fighter like super moves and had like claytalities, you know, like fatalities in Mortal Kombat. But yeah, definitely a fun one here. Alright, and here's my good copy, Perfect Dark. I actually prefer this game over GoldenEye. I know, blasphemy, unpopular opinion. I don't give a shit. And we got Cruisin' Exotica, another fun cruising racing game. Got Aiden Chronicles, First Mage. Okay, and one of the best arcade football games of all time, NFL Blitz. At least my favorite football arcade game of all time. So if you're talking about football video games, that's the one I always bring up. Okay. Oh, alright. I want to say we're only like halfway done, but yeah, coming up on 26 minutes almost. So I'll try to go through them as fast as I can, so I won't say too much for the next few, so yeah. Okay, so another arcade racer, Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA. Definitely a good one. Earthworm Jim 3D. Definitely an interesting iteration. I mean, I don't know, some people think it's bad, but I'm like, no, not really. I don't think so. It's definitely unique. Definitely fun. Updated classic Robotron 64. Definitely had a blast with this one. Okay, yeah, moving on. Got the Killer Instinct Gold, sequel to the first Killer Instinct. Definitely a fun one. Alright, so next we got Mischief Makers. Definitely an interesting adventure game. Definitely enjoy it. Got Pokemon Puzzle League. Definitely fun. So this definitely reminds me of, what is it? Tetris. Not Tetris Sphere, because that was the one with the sphere. Tetris Attack on Super Nintendo is the one I was thinking of. So, definitely similar to that one. Alright, next we got is Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. Definitely fun. Although there was like no mini games in this one for some strange reason or another. Because I know they were kind of like trying to mimic Mario Party in a way. At least with the board game aspect. But yeah. Alright, and got a Mediocre Fighter, Dark Rift. Of course, classic Star Fox 64. Alright, we got Razor Freestyle Scooter. Pretty fun Tony Hawk-like game, but with scooters. Star Soldier. I think this is like one of the only, what is it, shoot 'em ups on the 64, as far as I know. Alright, got Duck Dodgers, starring Daffy Duck. That's definitely a fun one. We got Daikatana 64. I actually enjoy this one. I know the history behind it and all the hate it got. Well, at least the PC version. I actually liked it. I like the whole time travel thing and the Mystic Sword, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So, you know, again, it all boils down to what I think of it, not what others. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, maybe I'll get one of my friends and cousins to like play the multiplayer with me during a gamer night someday. All right, we got Destruction Derby 64. Can't go wrong with some Destruction Derby goodness. Fun. And next we got is Mega Man 64. Never finished this one. Not because it was bad, but you know, I think I got stuck on the first boss. It was a weird way how you had to defeat him. But yeah, I know Blue Ranger Power fucking loves this game on PlayStation, which is Mega Man Legends. But yeah. Well, yep, good old Mega Man goodness. This one, I definitely have to go back and play, try to beat. Looking Body Harvest. So yeah, before, what was it, Rockstar Games was Rockstar Games. They were DMA Design, and they actually worked on this game. So that's why you can actually control like different vehicles in this game. Kill some bugs. Man, this game definitely deserves like a remake or remaster. That'd be amazing. And we got the First Rush. Arcade goodness. Alright, trying to move along here. I know. Watch it be an hour. We got Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Of course, the PlayStation version is definitely the superior one. But this one's alright. Okay. Then we got my favorite Castlevania game on 64, which is Legacy of Darkness. So basically, it's kind of funny. It's like almost an expansion. Because it includes, you know, Cornell, his story. But you can also play, what was it, Reinhardt and Carrie's campaigns as well. That were in the original 64, Castlevania 64. Alright, and we got Jet Force Gemini, one of the best sci-fi games I ever played. Killing bugs and stuff. Pretty cool. I mean, I guess it's kinda kid-friendly version of like Starship Troopers. We got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Pretty good series. Alright, and this game was actually a ROM hack put onto a 64 cartridge, but had to get it. And that is Dragon Ball cards. So yeah, this one's cool. It's just like a ROM hack with Dragon Ball Z characters and redesigned courses. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. Alright. Next we got is Battle Tanks. Definitely a fun arcade tank game. Can't go wrong. Ooh, definitely a great game here. Forsaken 64. We got Sonic Trouble from the makers of Rayman. So yeah, it was kind of like Rayman in some aspects, but definitely unique. Yeah. We got Virtual Pool. Basic pool game. We got 1080 freestyle boarding, or just 1080 snowboarding. And Lego Racers. Yeah, this one was pretty fun. Just like Mario Kart, but with Legos. And you can actually build your own. Well, it wouldn't be a Lego game without building. So you can build your own kart, and choose your own driver, all that fun stuff. Okay, and we got Bio Freaks. Interesting little fighter. And of course another classic, Super Mario 64. Doesn't really need any introduction or any further explanation. We got Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Although, did find this interesting. On the cover, that's actually Joshua Fireseed, who was in the second game, but that's not Talset, who was actually in the first game. So, definitely interesting. It's like a picture typo type thing. And we got Buckety Buck Bumble. Has like the most awesome theme song ever. So, Buckety Buck Bumble. Pretty cool. So yeah, fly around, shoot stuff. Pretty fun. And we got Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Just a standard edition, not the gold cart. Wouldn't mind having the gold cart, but holy crap, is expensive. Shit, if I really wanted to, I could like, you know, take this game apart and just spray paint it gold. Shit. Alright, we got Quake 2. Another fun first-person shooter. Alright, next we got Donald Duck Going Quackers. Definitely reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot, so it's not exactly a bad thing. Definitely interesting. Okie doke, moving right along here. So we got Army Men Sarge's Heroes 2. There's person shooter. Pretty fun. All right. Arrow gauge. Oh, what I liked about Arrow Gauge is like how one of the vehicles was literally like a flying Nintendo 64 controller. I think that was one of the cool things about the game. We got Iggy's Wrecking Balls. Yeah, that was definitely a fun little racer. And of course, Castlevania 64, which I was talking about. Alright, and this is probably one of like my favorite platformers of all time, and that is Glover. So what I loved about it was just like such a unique game. There was like nothing like it, man. Like, I really enjoyed that game. Plus, Limited Run, for some reason or another, is re-releasing it. So they're doing like a special edition, you know, a collector's edition for it. And they're also making like a Glover plush as well, because I don't think they had any merch before that. But yeah, I might have bought it. But I don't regret it, man. I really love Glover. I don't know why they decided to re-release it when they could have just ported it to Switch or any of the new modern day consoles. But that's just me. Or like what they said, I think they could have finished Glover 2 or whatever they had of the prototype or whatever. But again, that's another video entirely. So yeah, let's finish this one off here. So Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And Vigilante 8 Second Offense. Well, it's not Second Offense, but I love the theme. It's definitely a unique auto like destruction game. Like, it had its own flavor, man. Like, it wasn't like too similar to Twisted Metal, but like it had its own like flavor, man. It was great. And we got Snowboard Kids. Okay. Next we got Turok 3. Bomberman 64. Interesting virtual chess. The funny little animations. Mortal Kombat 4. Oh, what do you know? Snowboard Kids 2. We got Scars. Alright, almost. Yeah. I'm like almost done, but not really. Okay, we got 007. World is Not Enough. Fighter Destiny 2. Star Wars Battle for Naboo, Episode 1. Carmageddon 64. Not the best version of Carmageddon, considering it was on PC, but I don't know if because it was the whole family-friendly thing, or they just, I don't know. Really no explanation for, you know, how bad it was. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but like, man, they could have made it great. They could have. But, you know. Alrighty. And we got Nightmare Creatures. Definitely a great horror action game. Never finished it, but I want to. Got NBA Hang Time. Definitely a fun basketball game. We got Asteroids, Hyper Asteroid 64. And the first Quake. And what I love about the Quake remaster is they included this as an add-on. So if you want to play the whole like 64 campaign, you can, with the same graphics and everything. Like, that's freaking awesome, man. That's why I love the Quake remaster so much. We got Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. Definitely, probably my favorite Hot Wheels game, because they've made a lot of Hot Wheels video games, but that one's probably the best one, in my opinion. And we got Dual Heroes. Definitely kind of has like a Power Rangers vibe here. Quest 64. And we got Battle Zone. Rise of the Black Dogs. I think this is based off the arcade game, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Battle Zone? I know there's Battle Tanks and there's Battle Zone, but one of them's an arcade game. Just forget. Alright. And speaking of Starship Troopers from earlier, we got Armorieds. Although I always play Jet Force Gemini over this one. Not that this one is bad, but, you know. You know. Alright. And we got Beetle Adventure Racing. Definitely a good racing game. With bugs. And we got Diddy Kong Racing. Alright. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Great Star Wars game. Vehicles. Of course, I have GoldenEye 007. Okay. Oh, and apparently I forgot one more box game. That is Donkey Kong 64. Alright. Definitely fun. Fun 3D Donkey Kong game. Alright. Okay. Hopefully we're almost done here. Alright, so we got Cruisin' World. So you have all three of the Cruisin' games. The trilogy, if it were. Got the 64 version of Hydro Thunder. Also got this on Dreamcast. It's actually not a bad version. We got F-Zero X. Definitely, I want to say this one's my favorite F-Zero game out of the series, for sure. Alright, and we got Excitebike 64. Pretty fun little motocross game. One on NES was pretty fun, but yeah. Okay, I think we're almost done, dude. Alright, so we got Stunt Racer 64. This is one of the games I bought from Blockbuster. Pretty fun, man. Okay, so originally this game was only Japan exclusive, but someone actually put the ROM on Nintendo 64 carts and also applied a English only patch, so we can actually understand the story. Because it's Japan exclusive, so that game is Sin and Punishment. Freaking fantastic game by Treasure. So yeah, I remember seeing that game on what's that old show, GameSpot TV, with Adam Sessler and Kate Patello. Before I turned in that shit show that was what was it? X-Play. Ugh, that garbage. Well, no, I'm talking about like GameSpot TV, because I think that came out 98. That show came out, yeah, I think it was like late 1998. GameSpot TV on ZD TV. But yeah, that was a great show, man. That was a great show. But anyways, enough reminiscing in the past. Right, so next we got Smash Remix. You can tell I love the original Smash Bros. We have like 3 copies of it. But anyways, yeah, so that one, that was a ROM hack, and still has a modding community updating this game. So adds new characters, stages, modes, whatnot. So yeah, I got this one that has Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day, and that's what made me want to buy it on the cartridge. So yeah. Right, and we got the original Custom Robo, not version 2. So yeah, definitely a great series. And we got StarCraft 64. I think this was the other only RTS on Nintendo 64 besides Command & Conquer. Well, yeah. Alright, moving on. Got Winback 64. So I think that was like one of the first games to utilize the cover system, you know, kind of like inspiration for, you know, Gears of War and whatnot. Well, yeah, it's pretty fun, man. Winback was definitely something else. We got Busted Move 2 Arcade Edition. Definitely a sucker for Busted Move. I'm like a huge Busted Move like fanatic. Definitely my favorite puzzle game of all time, next to Tetris Attack. But yeah. Alright, and we got Battle Tanks Global Assaults, the sequel, with a cool spiffy green cartridge. Alright, and we got the second Rugrats game, that is Rugrats in Paris, the movie. Alright. Next we have Paperboy 64, or just Paperboy. Alright, and we got the first Mario Party. Okay, and we got Road Rash 64. Definitely one of my favorite like racing series of all time for sure. It's always fun like beating the other bikers and cops off their bikes and watching them just fly off. It's hilarious, man. Alright. Wish I would make a new Road Rash. But I know there's like some people trying to make a game like Road Rash, but I don't know. They don't look that great, honestly. Alright, we got Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. Classic. We got Knife Edge Nose Gunner. I think this was like the first and only rail shooter on 64. In a helicopter, so fancy. And we got Xena, Warrior Princess. I think this was like a fighting game. You know, I wasn't really a big Xena fan back in the day, but I remember my aunt, man, she fucking loved that show. And we got Star Shots, Space Circus Fever. Alright, Bomberman Hero. So I already have all the Bomberman games on 64. You can tell I love Bomberman. I actually cosplayed as Bomberman at a couple conventions, like Level Up, Expo, and Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. I think I actually have some pictures from it on my Instagram. I think I re-uploaded them somewhere. But yeah. Okay, so next we got Hybrid Heaven. Alright. And we got Goemon's Great Adventure. I think I have the other one. Mystical Ninja. Yeah, Mystical Ninja going on. So yeah, there's like two different ones. But I have that one somewhere. I just can't find it. As well as Mario Party 2. Because I have all three games on it. But yeah. Whew. Holy hell, man. We actually beat the hour mark, man. We're at 48. Almost 49 minutes here. Woo! But yeah, that is insane. Look at that. Look at that. Now it's a big pile of 64 games. Holy hell. Insanity. Alright, so I think that covers it for this collection video, Nintendo 64. So until next time, folks, thank you all for watching, and peace out.